Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be doing anime MCs versus the rumbling and see how far they go. So first, we're going to have to actually scale the rumbling and tell you what the rumbling is. So the rumbling is created by Eren Yager, and it's basically a bunch of colossal titans or wall titans. I think about a million of them just like going through the earth, just scorching it and killing everybody on earth because he got mad. And for the scaling, each individual titan is around 60 meters tall. They should be around large building level, if not city block level, because they destroy entire buildings or rows of buildings. And for their durability, should be the same because artillery fire is literally splitting them in half. For their abilities, they each produce very hot steam that could burn off the skin of humans. And I think they could throw rocks also. I don't think that's all of them, but they could. Individually, they're pretty weak, but when they're all grouped together, they become a force of nature and are extremely powerful. They could destroy entire cities, entire towns, entire countries, and even a continent in a matter of days just by walking. So let's see who could actually take on this force of nature. And first up is going to be Tanjiro, and I'm not going to lie, Tanjiro gets one-shotted. Maybe he could defeat like one or two like colossal titans if he really tried, but I don't see him getting past two. I'm not going to lie. Like the best feat for Tanjiro is like around large building level, maybe city block level, but the Demon Slayer verse is just pretty weak, I'm not gonna lie. Next up is Gon, and Gon does get defeated too. I say Gon gets defeated, but not too easy, like Tanjiro. Adult Gon does have like this nuclear attack, but I don't think that's gonna do much when you're talking about a million. And I'm gonna be saying, for the amount of for the Titans, they're gonna have exactly 1 million Titans. So if you can't defeat all 1 million of them plus Eren, then you lose. So I don't think Gon has enough firepower or enough stamina to defeat all 1 million colossal Titans at a time. After Gon comes Toriko, and Toriko one-shots all of the colossal Titans, and I mean in one shot. Like, so for the rankings, one shot means you have to defeat all of them plus Eren in one shot. Defeats them means you could, take your time. 50-50 chance obviously means you could win or lose. Gets defeated means, you could probably defeat some of them, but eventually you will lose. And too easy is basically the rumbling's gonna basically one-shot you. And the reason why Toriko one-shots is Toriko always fights these large planet-sized beings, and I think he had this one feat where he kicked this dude around a whole planet, and like the shock waves were like destroying entire countries. So Toriko definitely has enough power to kill all of the Titans with one blow. After Toriko comes Light Yagami, and Light Yagami is from Death Note, and he does have the Death Note. I just don't know if he could kill Eren fast enough before the rumbling comes and just like steps on him, or even the steam just burns his flesh off. I'd say 50-50 chance. And even if he could like get to Eren and find out his real name, would it actually kill Eren? Because usually if he doesn't put a cause of death, right, the person has a heart attack. And if you look at this picture right here, Eren doesn't have a heart. He doesn't even really have a body. He just skeletons. So can you even kill that with a heart attack, or does he have to write a specific death to like actually kill him? It's just, I don't really know. I'm gonna say 50-50. If he could, he wins, and if he doesn't, he dies. Up next is Mob from Mob Psycho, and I do think Mob Psycho does defeat them eventually. He has enough abilities and powers to avoid the rumbling because he could fly and he has psychic abilities. And then two, with his 100% mode and his question mark mode, he could do a lot of damage and could like levitate entire schools and just entire cities just with its power. So I do think eventually over time he could just like kill off the rumbling one by one, and they can't really do much about it. After Mob is Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho, and should I say one shot or just defeats them? I don't know if he 100% one shots them, but I do think he could defeat them because he fights like incredibly powerful demons. And I think there was like this one feat where he was on like this large platform the size of like a country, and they basically like lit it up and almost blew it up. So he has enough power to definitely defeat them. I don't think the Titans have anything to really defeat Yusuke, so I'm going to say he defeats them pretty easily. Next up is Yuji from JJK. And for JJK, I made an exception because Gojo isn't the main character, but when you think of JJK, you think of Gojo, so I just put him in there also. And I say Yuji definitely gets defeated by the rumbling. I mean, he's very strong, and he does have enough power to at least take down a few. It's just that I don't think he could kill millions of them, or has enough power to kill millions of them, even if he took his time with it. And I definitely think they will kill him eventually, so I'm going to say he gets defeated. After Yuji comes Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom, and I will say he has a 50-50 chance, if not maybe defeats them on the lower tier. In terms of like his own power, he's like maybe city town level, but he has this crazy hacks ability, I guess, where he could kind of detonate himself with his antimatter something attack or whatnot, and he could destroy the planet. So in a last ditch effort, he like just take the rumbling with them. So I say he could defeat them. After Koro Sensei comes Asta, and Asta definitely does defeat them. I don't think he's in the range of one-shotting them, but I say he will defeat them pretty fast and pretty easily. Black Clover, they get like power boosts every 10 chapters, so it's like every 10 chapters he's just 20 times stronger, and then each feat gets amped by 20 times, and then they're like planet level just based off that, and it's just pretty ridiculous. But I say he does defeat them pretty easily. Up next is Chainsaw Man from Chainsaw Man, and Chainsaw Man, he does have enough power to be in like the city block level to maybe town level of DC. The thing is, he's not going to one-shot them because he doesn't have enough power, but he could just regenerate. So unless they like actually put him down for real, he's just going to keep regenerating, and he's going to kill them one by one over time. Maybe it'll take him a year or two, but I do think he does defeat them eventually. Next is Deku from My Hero Academia, and Deku does defeat them. I might even have to say Deku one-shots them. And the reason is, right, Asa is definitely more powerful than Deku. It's just that Deku actually has more area of effect punches, aside from like Asa. Asa's all slashes and stuff. And I don't think he's going to one-shot them in one slash. So I would say Deku definitely could one-shot them because he has feats ranging in the multi-continental level of DC. And that like feat was him punching Shigaraki up into the sky and like it just bursting the cloud all around the world. So he definitely has enough power and enough speed to defeat the rumbling in one shot. After Deku comes Gojo, and Gojo does definitely defeat them. One, they can't touch him because he has Limitless, and he has broken abilities like red, blue, and hollow purple. So he could definitely cause a lot of destruction, and his scaling could be up to like island level because other people domains has islands and mountains in it, but whatever. So it's gonna be a slow burn just like Chainsaw Man, but I think it's gonna take him even less time, maybe like a week to like kill a million, maybe less than that, even like 5 days or 2 days, but he will defeat them eventually. Up next is Meliodas, and Meliodas does defeat the rumbling pretty easily, It's just that I didn't see any area of effect attacks that could like defeat the whole rumbling in one shot. So it's not one shot just like these characters. It's more like a slow burn, but I think Meliodas does it much faster than Gojo and Yusuke. So I'll put him right here. Up next is Maki from Soul Eater. And I used to watch the Soul Eater anime and I loved it. But I don't think she has enough power or durability to, tank all of the rumbling. Eventually, they will defeat her pretty easily. So I would say she gets defeated. Maybe right here. Next up is Nasu Dragneel from Fairy Tail, and yeah, he does one shot. I'd say he has a better chance than Deku. It's just that Natsu has incredible range with his attacks. His fire attacks could reach mountain ranges, and two, he just extremely powerful. He should be in at least the multi-continental levels of DC, because I think Gajiel, the metal guy in Fairy Tail, also has a feat around multi-continental, if not higher, because he turned into like a giant and he was fighting this giant continent-sized beast. So he definitely does have more power than Deku, and he has more range than Deku also. So he has a better chance to one-shot the rumbling. Next up is Ichigo, and Ichigo actually does have a very good chance of one-shotting the rumbling. A lot of people are scaling like Ichigo to like galaxy level, and I'm not gonna do that. I don't think he's galaxy level. I say at best he's like planetary level, if not maybe multi-planetary, but he's definitely not galaxy. But he does have enough range attacks and enough power to destroy or defeat the rumbling. And with Mugetsu, I think that was like a slash that was like going towards like the horizon miles deep. So that slash is definitely powerful enough to defeat the rumbling. Next is Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. And I do think he could one-shot the rumbling also with his Ba Drain gun, just because he does a lot of damage and a lot of area of effect. Even in his other forms, like let's say his Gear 4th form with his Kong Gatling, I do think even with that form he could pretty easily defeat the rumbling, just because his attacks are like country level to multi-continental level, if not higher. So he definitely does defeat the rumbling. After Luffy comes Naruto, and Naruto should also be able to one-shot the rumbling. He has Biju bombs, and those could like cover entire countries and like do a lot of damage. So I think like a couple Biju bombs, and not even a couple, like one Biju bomb, and the rumbling is like over. So yeah, Naruto definitely solos. After Naruto comes Joseph Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and I do think he does defeat the rumbling, because he could just stop time and kill each one of them one by one. It's just that it's gonna take forever for him, so it could take him like a year, if not 2 years, just like the Chainsaw Devil. After Joseph Joestar comes Shinra from Fire Force, and he definitely one-shots the rumbling and the whole entire Attack on Titan verse. If he really wanted to, he is like Universal Plus level in DC. And he literally created another universe, which she's in. He literally created Soul Eater. So, yeah, he's way more powerful than the rumbling. After Shinra comes Goku, and Goku is also universal, if not multi-universal. I'll just put him right here. And he definitely one-shots the rumbling. He could just destroy the entire planet if you really wanted to. So, yeah, no challenge, one shot. All that's left is the most interesting character by far, in my opinion, for this versus match. It's Sengoku from Dr. Stone, and I'm gonna give him prep time, right? Unlike the rest, because they don't really need prep time, they could just jump into action. But for Sengoku, I'm gonna give him about a week of prep time, and I'm gonna allow him to gather his resources, gather his people, and form a strategy to take down the rumbling. So it's basically like, you know how the rumbling came to the mainland, is basically that, but for Sengoku. So Sengoku is going to be in charge, and he's going to basically strategize everything to stop the rumbling. In Dr. Stone, Sengoku literally went back to the Stone Age, and he's the one that's leading the charge to, bring them back to the modern day with technologies that he's building, even with the limited resources that he has. He made guns, ships, aircrafts, and even bombs with the limited resources that he had. So I do think he does get defeated, but it'll just be interesting, like him just like creating a whole army of people to stop the rumbling. But eventually he will lose, unfortunately. But it'll be like a good try. So maybe I'll put him right here. Alright, but that's all for the video, guys. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Let me know your opinions in the comment section below, and I'm out of here. Peace.